Hey fellow garage golfers, Roland here with Garage Golf, where we provide extraordinary golf info for the extraordinary golfer. I am super pumped about today's video. I know a lot of you have been asking for this. In my hands, I have the Garmin R10. I know it's been out for a quick second, but I'm ready to take this thing through the paces and answer all of your questions at home. Super giddy about it. Can't wait any longer. Let's go ahead and jump right into the video. All right, thanks again for watching and welcome back. So here at Garage Golf, we provide information on golf products, golf equipment, golf simulators, technology, and pretty much anything golf related. So if you're new to our channel, make sure to subscribe and click the bell notification for more videos that come out like the one that you're watching here today. And of course, if you have any questions on any products we recommend, similar to the Garmin R10, make sure to check out our landing page at www.rainorShineGolf.com/GarageGolf. All right, so just got my hands on this unit. It's very hard to come by right now. And the reason why is I feel it's a really, really good quality product. It's at a sub $600 price point, $599 actually. And it does a lot of stuff. So let's get right into the unboxing. I'm gonna show you what comes in the box. We're gonna do a lot of testing on this. We'll probably do multiple videos throughout this process as well. I do have this on loan for now, and I may be looking to purchase it here in the future just because of everything that it does. So I wanna get it through the paces. I wanna test it indoors. I wanna test it outdoors and answer any of your questions as well. We're gonna test out every single feature that we can for you. So if you have questions or something that you'd like to see at home, make sure you let us know right away. Let's go ahead and unbox this thing, show you what comes in here, and then we'll start with the testing right away and hopefully get some of your questions answered. All right, so welcome to my desk area here, and I think from now on when I do an unboxing, this is where I'm going to do it, just because I don't have a perfect unboxing setup here in the simulator. So we have the Garmin R10 here, as you see. Let's go ahead and unbox it. I'm going to show you what comes in the box, and then we'll go ahead and start testing it out for you guys at home. Okay, so the first thing we have is a manual, as you see here, which on this case, I will probably eventually go over everything. Normally don't read manuals too much. Got another little manual here. This is important safety manual. And then, pretty much, that's it for the box. And we have the actual Garmin device here. And it comes all within its own cool little bag, as you see here. So I'm gonna go ahead and open that up. This is very easily transportable. You can take it with you. Nice zipper. Has a little area here. You can put like a lanyard or kind of clipper or something if you wanted to even attach it to your golf bag. Let's go ahead and open that up now. Very high quality little case. And inside the case there's some foam. We have the little tripod here. This is what's going to actually connect the Garmin R10 unit to it here. And this is the Garmin R10 unit. Very small little unit. And as you see here, it just connects via a magnet. And that's it. This is the whole device right here. So pretty easy, pretty small. Should be nice and easy to set up. And then in the back part of the bag, in some plastic, we have a clip. Little clip here that you could actually use. So I'll find out what the purpose of the clip is. And then we have a charging port, and this looks like it is a micro USB. Kind of surprised it's a micro USB. Most things have kind of shifted over to USB-C, but it's a micro USB, that's fine. I have plenty of those. And then lastly, we have another little mount here, it looks like. This is another little mount. It looks like it connects right here for the little clip mount. And I wonder if this is for, typically this is for your cell phone. So I'm sure it's probably a way for you to utilize it in conjunction with the Garmin. So I'll get that checked out and get a little bit more info for you. But as you see here, we have one mount here, probably for a phone, and we have the other mount here. This is for the Garmin, as you see, pretty easy. Pops on and off with a magnet, and that's pretty much all we're looking at here. So let's go ahead and get this thing booted up. I will take a look at it, walk you through the instructions, see what we have to do. It does say on the actual device, Garmin Golf app, so we're probably going to have to download the Garmin Golf app and get this thing registered and everything, and we'll go ahead and take you through that right now. All right, and real quickly, I don't know if you can see it or not, but here on the screen, you actually see the purpose of the clip over here on this side right here. And as you can tell, they have their phone clipped directly to the golf bag. So it is a phone clip. The clip will actually clip onto pretty much anything, and then you can attach your phone, as you see right here, to it, and that way if you're using it with either E6 Connect or any other device or any other program that comes with the Garmin R10, you have a phone that's right there ready and invisible display right in front of you. So pretty nice that they provided that as well along with the unit. All right, so I figured out everything. I went ahead and connected my Garmin R10 to my iPad, which you'll see up on the screen here now in just a minute. And basically, one thing I will tell you though is if you're already connected to another device like your phone and you need to connect to an iPad, I had to power off my phone just to make sure when I went to sync it with my new device, it was actually going to register everything. And then I restarted my phone and it was fine. But it was automatically trying to reconnect to my phone. So I just went ahead and powered it off shortly and then got it set up on my iPad. So you're gonna see everything on the screen here. Now when you see if I go to E6 Connect, I'm gonna have two options. One is to play on iOS, the other is to play on the PC. And again, I'm gonna try to get PC access so I can show it to you. But now if I were to click play on iOS, you're gonna see here on the screen, I'm gonna have some options now. I need to download E6 Connect, which I do have downloaded on this iPad. Follow the in-app instructions, get the 5 free courses. It's gonna give me a code that you'll see on the screen. And obviously, I'm not gonna show you the full code because that's for this particular device. And then that's it basically. So I'm gonna copy the code and then I'm gonna go ahead and open up the E6 Connect app, which you'll see here shortly. All right, now you see on the screen, it says enter product key. So what I had to do was I went to my home screen basically, and I'm going to show you that. I'm going to cancel that. Go back to the home screen, and where you see the little shopping cart, I'm going to click that, and I'm going to click on redeem. So it automatically came with my code as you saw on the screen. So now all I have to do is go ahead and paste my code in there, and my free access to everything now with the Garmin R10 should be included with my iPad. So let's make sure that that works now at this point. So I'm going to hold it down. I'm going to paste my code in there, which you won't be able to see on the screen. And then I'm going to confirm my new license. It's going to say 5 courses. I'm going to click OK. And it says my product key was successful and my new license was activated. So now on the screen, you're going to see that I'll have the option to go ahead and set up everything the way I need to now. And go ahead and click accept. And if I were to play golf, you should see join, next, and now I have the 5 courses there on the screen. So I now have the ability to play any of those 5 courses. Now you can upgrade, you can pay for a package, you can have it where you can play it on the PC, which I'm going to try to gain access to as well and show that to you, because the graphics on the PC honestly are much, much better than what you see on even the most up-to-date iPad. And I have one of the newest iPad Pros, so I'll be able to show you what the graphics look like on the iPad Pro, but also still no comparison to what you see on the PC. All right, so now we're back in the studio, and what I went ahead and did was actually downloaded E6 Connect and the Garmin app on my iPad as well, just because I want to show you E6 Connect. I don't have the full subscription yet to it to show you on the PC. So I'm actually going to show you on the iPad, and then through the magic of awesome internet technology, you see the green screen behind me, and now you see what I see as far as what's on the iPad. So pretty cool stuff. I'm going to try to showcase that. It may be a little fuzzy here and there, but this is the best way for me to do it. I tried to do a screen mirror, and it was delayed and all kinds of stuff, so it wasn't going to work out. But what we're going to do today is we're going to play 2 holes on E6 Connect using the Garmin R10. And I'm going to show you in our studio how far we have the Garmin R10 from where we're hitting, show you our whole entire setup as well. And then after we do this, I'm gonna switch it over and we're gonna switch to some of the other applications that we have, testing everything indoors for today, for today's video. We'll do a separate video for all the outdoor functionality as well. So let's go ahead and get started with E6 Connect. We're gonna play 2 holes, we'll pick the course, I'll show that to you, and then we'll get started and play and see how we do, if we can shoot at or below par, hopefully for today. Probably not, but we'll see how we do. Let's get started. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and click on Play Golf here. As you see here on the screen, I'm already set up for the roster. I'm gonna go ahead and click on Next. We're gonna click on Stroke Play as well. I have 5 courses to choose from. We're gonna choose for today Wade Hampton Golf Course, and we're just gonna go ahead and click on Next. Now with the basic subscription with the Garmin R10, you get these 5 courses automatically, as well as a driving range and everything. So it's nice to have some options to play. Again, putting mode will be disabled. There will be no putting using the Garmin R10, which is fine by me. A lot of times I turn putting off even on my Unicore just so I can get through a round of golf a little bit quicker. So I have no issues with that. Everything else I'm gonna leave standard the way you see here on the screen. And we're gonna go ahead and click on Tee Off, and we're gonna just play the first 2 holes for today at Wade Hampton and see how we do. All right, and here we are in the studio. There you see my camera there, everything that I see here. Here's the center of my hitting mat that we're going to be hitting from the center here, and there you're going to see the Garmin R10. So it's set up right behind where we're hitting from. From there to about the back of my mat is probably about 4 feet. So we're going to have about 6.5 feet total, 6 feet maybe from where the Garmin R10 is to where I'm going to be hitting from. And I think they recommend 6 to 8 feet. And then from the center of my hitting mat to my screen, we're going to have about 9 feet. And check this out, by the way, if anyone hasn't seen my new setup yet, you're seeing a custom divot action golf mat that's built in directly into my True Strike mat, along with a ramp for putting. So wanted to showcase that to you. I've been testing out this custom divot action mat, and this thing's pretty darn incredible. I'm gonna actually be making a few changes to my studio here in the next few months, but I'm gonna continue to use this custom divot action mat. And I wanted to see what you guys think. And this works with Unicore, works with the Garmin R10, obviously Skytrak, pretty much any device that you can basically use it with. And it's a pretty awesome little mat. I've been really enjoying it. So if you have any questions on the custom divot action mat, make sure to reach out to me anytime at roland@mygaragegolf.com. But I wanted to show you my Garmin R10 setup. Let's go ahead and get started and play those 2 holes and see how we do. All right, so as you see behind me, we got a long par 5. I think it's 500 plus yards. This is gonna be my first time hitting the shot with a tee. Again, I'm have my Garmin R10 on the floor and I'm on my mat, so I wanna see if I need to adjust that or leave it directly where it is, because now I'm gonna have a tee involved. So we're gonna check it out and see if it registers this shot or not. So let's take this first shot and see how we do. Okay, so it registered it just fine. I actually hit a shot right down the middle, believe it or not. My knee's kind of been bothering me. I'm gonna use that as an excuse in case I suck today, but let's see what that drive was. 231, we'll take that. You should be able to see everything behind me. I'm looking at my iPad, I have a green screen, so if I'm looking over here, not at the camera, that's why, just so you're aware at home. Let's take our second shot now. All right, and when you put the ball down, you're gonna see it does say ready. If you step away for a little while, and you put a ball down, it's gonna warn you that you need to wake up your Garmin R10 device again. I think it's about, from what I can gather, about 5 minutes or so, but no big deal. So if you step away, just kind of keep that in mind before you go hit a shot. It will warn you on the screen. It says, make sure you wake up your device. So we're good to go. I'm gonna use a 2 hybrid on this one, about 300 yards away still. And let's see if we can get it down there a little closer. All right, another decent shot, I thought. Let's see what that came out to. 180, it's all right, not bad. That puts us 163 away, so I'm gonna be probably hitting something like a 6 iron from this distance onto the green. All right, so correction, I'm about 119 away, not 163 away. That was my actual carry distance. And if you click here on the map, you can actually click anywhere with your finger and adjust where you're aiming onto the green, which is nice. And it will adjust your distance. And now you see I'm 116 away where I'm aiming. So let's go ahead and get our pitching wedge out. Got the pitching wedge now. I'm gonna line up a ball. And so far, very, very impressed with the Garmin R10. 2 shots, 2 registers. I felt that the distance were right on point with what I see. And I will do a future video for you at home as well, testing the Garmin R10, hopefully side by side with the Unicore, both of them using E6 Connect, one on the iPad, one on the computer. And we'll see how that does as well later on. All right, 9 iron. Let's sit onto this green, see how we do. Hopefully we get it close and I'll get an automatic 2-putt. All right, how do we do? How do we do? Okay, that looks pretty darn good. All right, let's see what it gives me. Since there's no putting involved, it's going to automatically give me, based upon my distance, how many putts it thinks it's going to take me to putt that out. Shot gimme, and it gave me an auto 2-putt for that one. So that's a par, which is good. So now we're going to move on to our second hole, and we're going to be playing a par 4, 414 yards. And let's go ahead and take these shots and see how we do. All right, and of course, the graphics you see on the screen are from an iPad. So I'm just basically screen mirroring or putting it on top of a green screen. But of course, you can use the Garmin R10 with a PC as well, as long as you have the license for it. And with that one, you will need to upgrade your license. So I'm gonna try to show you that down the road, but it's gonna look very similar to what you would see on Unicore, Skytrak, or anything else, just with a much more affordable, low-profile device. So let's go ahead and take this driver shot and see if we can get it down there. Okay, that's a hooker. That's a bad shot. And that's pretty true to how I actually hit it, because I feel like Stiffy McGee right here with my left knee, can't bend it at all. 185 total. And now I'm going to have 232 to my next shot. All right, so let's just play this one smart. We'll use a 7 iron, get it down there in a nice chipping range. I don't think I'm gonna hit anything 232, not today anyway, so let's get one down there. It's gonna automatically line me up pretty much where I need to be. I don't have to worry about moving it too much. And as I say that, I brushed the tree. So I should have moved it. Should have paid attention to what I was doing, but I didn't. So that's my fault. All right, so, well, that's real golf for you too, huh? I got another shot coming up though, so let's see how we do. And I got a shot from 135 away. So I'm gonna use probably an 8 iron for that shot. And of course it's a little different because I'm using an iPad that I'm trying to squint and look at instead of a big screen behind me like you guys see at home. But, you know, I'm going to try to get that worked on so I can show it to you on here on a regular basis from now on. And I'm really loving this Garmin R10. I'm going to take this thing with me. Actually, probably buy me a nice pop-up tent. So if anyone has a tent, not a tent, but a screen, a net. If anyone has a good pop-up net that's easy to unfold and put back in a bag that you've used, let me know in the comment section below, because I'm going to start taking this out to different places along with a portable golf mat and just being able to use it when I'm on the go and show people a little bit more about simulator golf and how affordable it can be, because Garmin R10, pretty awesome device. If you're thinking about getting a Garmin R10, if you'll do me a huge favor, check our link in the video description. We do affiliate sales, obviously, which means that I don't sell anything directly, but if you use my link and it's not going to cost you anything extra at home, then we actually make a little bit of a profit here at the channel, which helps us to continue to make these videos like you're watching now. So just a little bit of info if you don't mind helping out our channel with that. If you are considering the Garmin R10, so far I'm very, very impressed with it. I've been testing it for quite a bit now. All right, let's take the shot with an 8 iron. Kind of hit a fat little shot there, and it reflected accurately, so that's fine. If you've watched Which 3 Holes or any of the competitions that we've done on here, I very seldom make par or under, so wasn't hoping for that. But now we got a nice chip shot. I like to show you the chip shot anyways. So I'll probably get a gap wedge out and see if we can chip it onto the green. And you can actually drag the flag stick anywhere you want on the screen as far as where you're aiming. And you see we got a little bit of a left to right break there, which is 88 feet away. So anytime you get below 30 yards, it brings it to feet now for putting and chipping purposes. which is fine. I'd like to see it down the road where it's just in yardage until you get on the green, just because to me doing that math is a little different. But putting wise, you obviously always consider it in feet typically. So I got 88 feet, right under 30 yards. I'm going to use probably a gap wedge, chip it down there, and see if it can roll a little bit left to right. Hopefully only for a one putt for a bogey, but we'll see. If you're new to simulator golf, putting and chipping are the two hardest things to do by far. To get real practice in, a lot of times I only hit drivers, hybrids, and wedges, just like we're doing now. But you know, the putting thing, really no big deal to me, because I don't feel simulator golf putting is always 100% accurate anyway. So the fact that the Garmin R10 doesn't do putting, that's perfectly fine with me. And in fact, if you wanted to, you could always set up your own putting green and do your own putts from say 10 feet away or whatever to see how many putts it takes to get it into the hole. So you have a whole lot of options with the Garmin R10, which is really cool. I do like that. Let's see how we do on this chip though. This is a hard one to test though. Again, 88 feet, I'm gonna chip it downhill. And I'll take that. That was a good shot. So hopefully it gives me a one putt for that. Let's see what it does. Okay, it was not a good shot, actually. So, not bad. Again, I'm sorry, it's a little difficult with the iPad, but I wanted to show this to you. So, let me know what you think. Again, just 2 holes. I'll probably be doing a whole lot more here in the future. But 2 holes on E6 Connect indoors. Again, about 6 feet away or so from where my Garmin R10 is to where my ball is placed. And about 9 feet from where my ball is to the screen. Just so you're aware at home, my setup, I am limited depth-wise because I have a curb right below where the camera sits. This is a garage golf. That's how we came up with the name. So I only have about 16 feet, 15 and a half feet of total space on the floor from where my screen is to where the end of my turf is here on the floor. So just so you know at home what my setup is. But if you have any questions on the Garmin R10 using E6 Connect at this point of the video, let me know. Send me a comment, let me know, email me at rollin@mygaragegolf.com and we'll answer those questions. But next up, we're gonna be showing you a couple of the other apps that we have to work with the actual Garmin application that comes with the Garmin R10. So we're gonna take you there now. All right, so here's a couple of the other applications that we have besides the True Golf E6 Connect app, which we just tested. And the one I want to test out next by far is Home Tee Hero. So I want to show you Home Tee Hero, and we're going to go ahead and click on that now. And it does say Garmin Golf membership, everything you need to elevate your game, try it free for 1 month. So I'm going to go ahead and start my free trial of Home Tee Hero. And this is basically Garmin's application that allows you to do some golf simulation. The graphics are going to be a whole lot less detailed, but you're able to pick from, I believe, something like 42,000 courses, which is just incredible for me. And graphics don't necessarily matter too much as long as the play is accurate. So that's what I definitely want to test out. And it also has even swing video storage as well. So I'm going to go ahead and exit out of that. We're going to click on Home Tee Hero again, and I'm going to start my free trial. So I'm going to click on Start Your Free Trial, and there's the membership option. So you could either do monthly or annually after the membership expires, your free trial ends. And again, I think you have 30 days for your free trial. So I'm gonna go ahead and just click on monthly and see what that does, or see what it allows me to do. So I'm gonna confirm that. Okay, perfect. And then just double click it, so it will allow me to purchase it here with my iPad. And we're good there. And I'm successful. So now I have full access to my Home Tee Hero app now. I should at this point. And it says up to 4 players. So this is a multiplayer option as well, which is good. And we're going to be able to play a virtual round at one of the world's greatest golf courses, or the course right down the street. And for me, I'm going to try to test out my course that I play out most of the time, which is Alsatian Golf Course here in Castroville, Texas. And that's where I play. And this would be something if, hey, I want to practice on that course, this is what I would do basically. So we're going to do that. We're going to test that out today. And I'll show you some other ones later on as well. But for today, we're going to play 2 holes at Alsatian Golf Course using Home Tee Hero. So let's see if it has it first of all, and then we'll go from there. So click on Play Now. It's going to allow it to use my location, which I'll probably blur out just so you guys don't know exactly where I live. I mean, I love you guys, but I don't want to tell you exactly where I live. All right, and we're going to go ahead and allow it to do that while using the application. And then we are going to try to find Alsatian Golf Course. Now, if it's not nearby, which it's a little bit away from me, I'm just going to type it in. All right, so I just restarted the app. For some reason, it didn't want to download that course. So I will check with Garmin, hopefully, and see why it won't allow me to download Alsatian Golf Club. I have used the Garmin app with the Alsatian Golf Club before, and it would work. So that's not a problem. For now, we're going to test out another course. So we'll just click on Play Now. Let's find something that's nearby me here. So this is another course that I've played before, the Golf Club of Texas. Let's see if it allows me to download that one or not. And it does. So it could be something with just Alsatian, or just could be an error. But I will reach out to Garmin and find out a little bit more about that one and see if I can get my local course here, because obviously I want to practice my local course for sure. So I did download Golf Club of Texas, and again, that one's actually closer to me, but I don't play it as often. So I'm going to go ahead and select that now. And there's my name. If I want to add a guest, they can play with me as well, which is cool. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm the only one here to play and test it out, but I'm going to go ahead and click on continue. And I play from the gold tees there. I'm going to hit continue again. I'm going to turn off wind. I'm going to leave on chip shots though, just to see. Again, it's kind of like putting. If you don't want to work on chip shots, or you feel like it's not really benefiting you to do that, you can turn that on or off. That's fine. I'll leave it on for now just to show you how it works. But again, no putting on this either, just so you're aware. And I'm going to click on Start Playing now. And as you can see, automatically the graphics are different, right? You can tell it's a little bit different. It does tell you to stand 6 feet behind, or to stand 6 feet in front of your Garmin R10. 6 to 8 feet is what they recommend. Hit on a 2x2 hitting surface. And then they're going to want you to have at least, probably 6 to 8 feet minimum from where you hit to wherever the screen is going to be, or if you're outdoors. So just so you're aware of that. I'm going to go ahead and click on the X to close this out. And this is the first shot on the first very hole of Golf Club of Texas. I will tell you, it is an elevated tee. I don't see that here. Obviously, it's just showing me distances. And there is, both of the sand bunkers on the first hole are being reflected, which is cool. And again, you see it's going to be a lot more cartoonish than what we just saw on E6 Connect, but that's okay if you're able to practice based upon true distances and what we're looking at there. So I will try to show you side by side, if possible, the actual course. If they have, if I can find the golf book or anything that shows you the actual what it looks like and what you see here on the screen. So if I can do that, I'll put that in the video. If not, we'll just continue to move on. But we're going to play this first hole, 332 yards. This is going to be a par 4. And then we will play the next hole, which is going to be a par 5 and should be the most difficult handicap on the course as well. So I'll show that to you here in just a second. All right, and now I'm still using the green screen, but because this application, the Home Tee Hero application, is a vertical application. It's not a horizontal like E6 Connect. It's gonna look a little bit different on the screen behind me probably, but I'll do my best just so you can see it at home and what I'm seeing on the iPad as well. So we're gonna hit a driver shot here on this first hole and we'll see how we do. And I hooked it, and that's what it felt like I did. And it was 186, so I'm in the rough. I like how the numbers, everything are really big and large, that's nice. And again, just a simple, clean game to play. 172 now to the actual green. I'm gonna try to probably hit like a 5-iron or something. But overall, pretty fun. And they also deduct for power, as you see. I'm in the rough, so it's taking 10% of my power away. So I'll probably use either a 5 or a 4-iron from here. Obviously, the cool thing about this is the ability to play either your own course or courses that you never get to play in real life. I haven't tested out anything else yet, but I will. Big name courses like hopefully Pebble Beach, Augusta, things like that maybe you can try out. I haven't checked to see if they're in there, but I will after we finish these 2 holes and see if we could play those as well. All right, so we got a 5-iron. Line me up automatically to the center of the green. Another left shot probably. Let's see how we did. It did deduct power. Oh, not bad. I'm around there. And as you see now, my goal is to try to chip it into that circle, and then it's going to automatically calculate my putts from there. Again, a lot more cartoonish, but that's fine. I played several golf games, either video games or anything that, as long as they're fun to play, that's the most important part. So I am 22 yards away. I'm going to try to chip a shot onto the green from here. I got a 54-degree wedge, and I'm just going to try to visualize a 22-yard shot. Probably don't need that much just to get it on. Now, if I hit it in the larger circle, I think it's 2 putts. And I think if I hit it in the smaller circle, it's just 1 putt, I believe. We'll check that out. All right, so I hit it in the larger circle, 13 yards. And it's going to probably give me a 2 putt from there. Yep, 2 putts from there. So I shot a bogey on the first hole, and we're moving on to hole number 2, and it's a par 4, and it is actually I think the hardest hole at the Golf Club of Texas. Par 4. It's a very long par 4. It's not really long, but it just seems like the most difficult hole, and I know it is ranked number 1 on the handicap. So 392. We're gonna hit a shot with a driver, get it down there. All right. So again, it lined me up right in the center. If you hit it right on this hole, it's out of bounds in the trees. I wonder what would happen if I hit it there. Hopefully I don't. And to the left is actually cow pastures. Not nice open green like you see there. And I hit it right. See if it goes right. And it did. Into a tree. 198 in the rough. Okay. All right, I will tell you, in real life, if I hit it right about there, that ball would be unfindable probably, and I'd probably have to take a drop. But it's okay. It's giving me an opportunity to keep playing here, so we're good. 194 up to the green. All right, 194, we're going to try to hit a hybrid. And I am being penalized again, 10% for being in the rough. Okay, good solid strike on that one. Should have maybe aimed more left though. I'm still in the rough now. 148. That would have been probably a real life, about a 200-yard shot with this hybrid. But it did penalize me for the rough, and I now have a shot from 46 yards away, and I'm being penalized again. So let's see how we do. So let's test out something here, because I know with the Skytrak, flop shots were always difficult to read, and I want to see how the Garmin R10 does with this. I'm going to hit a 60-degree, 46 yards. So I'm going to try to hit, I'm being penalized, so try to hit a full 60-degree shot, and let's see if it reads it, and we don't have any issues there. So this should go about 60 yards normally, but I am getting penalized 10%, so we'll see how it reads it. We'll go from there. But normally this will hit about 60 yards in real life. Good solid strike. It read it right away. Okay, put me in the green, and 2 putt from there. So, you know, I'm super impressed with the Garmin R10 just reading absolutely everything that I'm hitting. 2 bogeys, that's okay, I'll take it. Probably be pretty accurate in real life too, to be honest. All right, so as far as the home tee hero, and again, now this is a par 3. It's not 100% truly accurate as far as even where some of the water bunkers are placed, different things, just from me visualizing this actual golf course. And that's okay. You know, again, distances are going to be pretty close. The ability to be able to play multiple courses is pretty cool. But like on this one, on hole number 3, there's actually water that crosses horizontally in front of the green. And then a little bit to the right, like you see there. Not so much water there on the left. It's more of a dry ravine, but really not water there for the most part. And then you just don't see like elevations, of course, you know, because it's 2D graphics basically for the most part, which is fine, but it's a fun app to play. Again, right after we test this right now, I'm going to check on something like Augusta or something like Pebble Beach, where with traditional golf simulators, you're not allowed to play those courses unless you pay a premium for it. So I'm going to check that now for you, And that's one thing that I thought I might want to check out and see if they're gonna allow us to play courses like that on here as well. So let's check that out now. Before I exit around, you do see the full scorecard here as well. It doesn't show you handicaps for the hole. That would be a cool thing to see as well. But it does show you each hole where the pars are, how many greens and regulations you hit, how many fairways you hit. So really cool stuff. I do like that also. And even though elevation isn't reflected necessarily on the way it looks visually, it will tell you if you're uphill, downhill from here. As you see on this one, it looks relatively flat, zero yards. And again, it's probably a little bit off because it is more of an uphill shot on this par 3. But just something that I've noticed, as far as a few little discrepancies but on this particular app. Nothing that would keep me from playing it, but just something I want to mention to you guys at home. Okay, so now that I've exited around, I want to take a look and see if we can have a couple of these golf courses that traditionally we're not going to be able to play on most golf simulators. For example, Augusta National Golf Course, as we've seen before. So I'm going to hit the search button and I'm going to look for Augusta, and you see I've already searched for that one individually, but I'm just going to type in Augusta, and you're actually going to see that there's a bunch of Augusta courses that pull up. And just to kind of give you an idea, obviously Augusta Golf Course, and here we have Augusta National Golf Club. So let me go ahead and click on that one. There's the par 3 course, and there's also the 18-hole course. So I'm going to click on download, and you'll see that that's actually going to download right away. And if I were to click on it now, and I wanted to start a round, it's going to let me start a round right away. I'm going to turn off everything, leave the chip shots on, and just to kind of show you what it looks like, here we are, Augusta National Golf Club, 18 holes, first hole. You see all the trees, you see everything, so pretty cool. Now, how accurate it is to the actual course, we'd have to play it and just kind of take a look at it and see. But I just thought I would show you that it's really cool in this case that courses such as Augusta, and I'm going to check one other one now. I'm going to exit this round. And I know another one for sure that we always have to pay extra for on most traditional golf simulators would be, say, Pebble Beach. I know that's another really top one. So let's search for Pebble Beach, and let's just take a look and see if Pebble Beach comes up here. So we'll search that really quickly. Click on search, Pebble Beach, golf links. We got the par 3 course, and we have the regular golf links. So let's click on Pebble Beach. Take a look at that one. Now let's go ahead and try to open it. Hit continue. We're not going to add a new player. We're just going to go ahead and hit continue and start playing. Let's take a look at Pebble Beach. So again, obviously, very, very different graphics. Not going to be high-end graphics, but we're not really worried about that. It's really more of playing a course and getting a feel for your shots and distances and everything there that's involved with that. And the fact that you're able to play these courses is actually really cool. I like that. Again, it's going to be pretty close to what you would see on an actual course. May not be exact dimensions, may not be exact areas. For example, you saw earlier when I hit a shot, it traditionally would have been out of bounds. Still let me play it. But for the fun factor, you got to obviously tip your cap to this. This is $10 a month, so it's definitely something that I would consider as a really, really good value here. And that's just something to just kind of keep in mind as far as Home Tee Hero. But as far as the value of it, I definitely see the value of it. Hands down, I think it's a really, really cool product. Comes with the device, and I'd definitely be willing to pay the $10 for it in order to be able to use it and test it out on different golf courses and just see what I think from there. So applications alone, the value is just incredible as far as what you get from me. You're getting E6 Connect and the basic subscription for that, as well as Home Tee Hero, and only having to pay $10 a month for that as an option as well. So something that I think is totally worth it in my book. And again, it's definitely something I want for you to test out. But for me, the value of the apps alone, including the device that you get, of course, is really, really incredible. I really like the fact that you get E6 Connect Basic with this package as well. So now I want to move on. I want to kind of show you the driving range a little bit. And I'm going to basically take us to the driving range. I'll take you back to the golf simulator, show you how that works. But we'll basically log into the driving range. I have a feeling it's going to be very similar to what we see with Home Tee Hero, but I want to show you the driving range in a little bit more detail. We'll show you some of the features of that as well and give you an idea on what you can expect if you were to use the driving range feature moving forward. All right, so let's just hit a couple of 60-degree shots. Make sure that the Garmin R10 continues to read the 60 degrees, and let's show you what it looks like on the screen as well. So it doesn't follow your ball flight. It's more of a visual where you're standing from, and it shows you the tracer. So that one's 65 yards, 63 carry, 9 degrees right. Very accurate for what I normally hit my 60 degree, just so you're aware at home. 60 to 65 yards is what I tend to average. Oh, and I scolded that one. So let's see if it reads the skull. Okay, it didn't read that one. Part of it is because I scolded it really bad, and I know it's like Skytrak, I would have issues with that too. But the ones I tend to hit pretty good. That's my first misread I've ever had with this, just so you're aware. All right, kind of hit a more of a flopper there. 40-yard shot. It read that. Let's hit one more, see if it reads it or not. Okay, so it's reading everything just fine. I've had to push the button on the Garmin R10. Maybe it fell asleep in the meantime. I don't know, but it's reading everything pretty accurately to me. Tells you if it's right or left of your target line. I'm gonna take you to the screen real quick. Also, you can pick your clubs, whatever club you're hitting with, just so you're aware. I didn't do it for the purpose of the video, but for example, lob wedge, it's gonna change that now. And if I go to session stats, you would have seen my shots all lined up on there for that particular club. So you definitely want to adjust your club, just so you're aware. So that way, when you take a shot, for example, it's gonna all be reflected on the screen. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back now. I'm gonna hit one shot now, again, with the lob wedge for you. Okay, read it just fine again. So really having zero issues with it not reading appropriately. Let's take it back to the iPad. And now if I go again into my session stats, you see 4 shots now. There's my driver shots, which because I had it listed as driver. And you can go to actually each shot individually as well. You can actually see more information on the numbers, the spin, everything that you're looking for. And you just really can't get much more detailed than this. Club path, backspin, side spin. So again, this was a 60 degree. Backspin was about 63.03. I will tell you, I don't tend to get a lot of spin on mine. That's very accurate to what I see even on Unicore. So I'm gonna test these for you on another video. And then of course, you see each shot by shot, and you can click on the top. Lob wedge shots, take them on or off. There's my lob wedge shot there. And you can actually see it on the map of where your lob wedge shots are. And I can add the driver shots back now too. So, and they'll all add up here on the list. So very cool stuff. Lots of data, tons of data on here. I mean, for an app that looks very basic, I mean, there's just a ton of data that you have at your disposal to go through, you know, and that's really cool. I like that for each individual shot that you can basically click on, see the video, see more stats on each video as far as your club face, club angle, launch angle, club path, everything that these high-end devices give you, but all for under 600 bucks. I don't think you can beat this. This is incredible. And one other thing that we haven't even shown you is the ability to record your swing as well. So if you have an iPad like this device here, and you want to record your swing, you can actually do that as well. I don't really have a good setup in here to record my swing, unfortunately. I'll try to see if I can line up something for you to show you one. As horrible as my swing is, I'm not sure if you want to see that or not. But if I exit this menu, you now see we have the microphone on or off here. And then we also have a video on or off. And right now it is off. If I click on, it's going to allow me to pull up my camera. There I am, just so you guys know. And you can put it right behind you, right where you're swinging. Here I am in my studio. I'm a little tight in here to probably show you that. But there you see it. And then you can basically swing. It says turn on swing capture to automatically detect and create videos of your shots. So swing capture is on right now. If I were to hit, it would capture my swing. I'm going to exit out though. And then it would also show you your swing along with your tracer there on the video. So that is some awesome, awesome stuff. And again, I think you can use this. I'm going to double check this as well. But I believe you can use this with Android, the Home T and all the rest of the stuff. I think the only thing you can't use with Android is the E6 Connect. So that's something just to keep in mind. But again, I prefer to use my phone versus anything else. So what I'm going to try to do now is I'm going to switch this back to my phone because I have a way to hold my phone and show you my swing, hopefully. And I'm going to try to show you that and then show you the driving range with just one shot just so you get a feel for how that looks at home. So let's try that and give you an idea on what that looks like. All right, so here I am on my Android phone now. I'm going to go back into the Garmin Golf application. And you're going to see, again, everything is going to be the same as it was on the iPad for the most part. So driving range. If I were to click on driving range and I click on start training now, you're going to see everything line up. And I do have to, the one thing I will tell you is before I do that, I'm going to exit that in session. The one thing that you do want to do is you want to go into delete. You want to go into your Garmin devices and you're going to see the Garmin Approach R10 is connected. So I'm going to go ahead and just basically, you can sync that if you need to. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can click the sync button there. Shows you your battery and everything there, but it does show connected. So if you were on an iPad and you left the iPad on, for example, and the Garmin R10 was still connected to that, it would not connect to your phone. So if you're going to switch back and forth for any reason, just so you're aware that that would be the reason why. Because I went ahead and turned off my iPad, disconnected from that, it automatically connected to my phone that it had connected to before. So we're good there. Let's go back now and let's go to the driving range. So I'm going to hit start training. I'm going to wake up the Garmin R10, which is cool that it shows me that it's asleep. All right, and we are going to, I'm going to change this just to a 7-iron. All right, so we're going to hit a 7-iron. And I'm going to try to set this up in my device now that will allow me to record a swing. And it's going to probably have to be like at an angle just because it's not, I don't have a whole ton of room in here to do this. But I want to show you what it looks like because I think it's really awesome if you're using your device anyways, like your phone, and you want to record your swing, what it looks like. All right. So I had to even put this in my utility room, which is between my house and my garage. I have the swing camera on. So I'm going to try to hit one shot with a 7-iron, and let's see what it does, if it records it. And again, outdoors, this will be really easy to do. Indoors, with limited space, a little bit harder. All right, so we switch to the 7-iron. All right, so let's take a shot with a 7-iron, see if it records my swing or not, even from the angle it's at. Okay. I hit the shot. You see the shot on the screen, 145, 139. And did it record my swing or not? Let's take a look. Session stats. 7-iron. Okay, and there's my swing. For better or worse, there it is. Not bad at all. So honestly, once you set it up to record your swing and you have it in the right spot, you don't have to keep turning it on or off. It's going to keep recording your swing for each shot that you hit. And that's really cool. And then you can go in there and basically see your swing. If you want to put it in slow motion. Look at that horrible form. Awesome. Look at that over the top. Awesome. Record your swing. There you go. You can even share it with people if you want everyone to have a good laugh, like with my swing. And then you can go back to your shots now and see it. So there's the swing. There's the shot. and there's all the rest of the data right there on your phone. Super awesome. I mean, I don't know if you can beat that to me. That is incredible. I like that very, very much. And everything that you're getting with this device, I don't care what the graphics look like. Look at all the data you're getting, backspin, side spin, everything, and the ability to watch your swing back, all from one device. So about the only gripe I would have, and it wouldn't even be with Garmin, it would be with E6, is basically being able to have E6 Connect on my Android phone if I wanted to do everything on one device. I can take my iPad with me everywhere, but it's bigger, and I prefer to just have my phone, to be honest. So that's my only gripe. And if that's my only gripe, I think we're doing quite well. All right, so what do you guys think at home of the application? Again, you see there are some limitations to Home to Hero. There's going to be a little bit of limitations to having to use, say, an iPad or an iPhone versus an Android phone with E6 Connect. But overall, I am really impressed with the total package that you're getting for $600 with the Garmin R10. And I've had really maybe one misread, if that, and I've been testing this for a while. I've really not had any misreads whatsoever in an indoor setting. I'm looking forward to taking this outdoors as well. There's another competition mode that I'm gonna show you guys later. Probably I'll do that on a separate video, but it's a whole competition type of deal. I think it's very similar to the Home to Hero setup, where it's a little bit more cartoonized or cartoon-like. But that's fine, and I'll try to show you that on a separate video in the indoor function as well. But overall, for 600 bucks, I am blown away with what this Garmin R10 is doing, and this is what I think we're going to see with the future of golf simulation moving forward. So I'm really excited about what the future has in store for us. This Garmin R10, I'm keeping this thing. There's no way I'm sending it back. I'm paying for it. I have no issues with that at all. This is definitely something that I'm going to see myself using. And specifically, if I just want to go, if I want to travel somewhere, if I want to go hang out with friends, and I want to kind of show them, look, this is what you can do. These are all of our options. I can take a pop-up net outside and just a portable golf mat, and I have one. Let me show you real quick what I have in mind. So here's an example of one that I'm going to be testing here on the channel that someone sent for me to review. But you can just take something like this right outside with you. This and your Garmin, your phone, and maybe something just to hold your phone to record your swing, like a tripod or something. Very minimal design. Let me show you what I use to actually record my swing here today as well. This is what I use to record my swing. Very portable. It actually folds down to the length of this bottom right here. This is from Loom Cube. They have a tripod, a very minimal design. So I go out on the golf course and I want to film stuff. This is basically my setup, what I use outdoors for the most part. And you can just take something like this, portable golf mat and a net, you know, and have a blast with your friends. You know, take it to a party, pretty much do anything you want, do a little bit of friendly wagers to get closest to the hole, all that kind of stuff. I don't think you could beat that. And I'm really, really impressed with the Garmin R10. So if you like the Garmin R10, you're considering purchasing it, and you have a question, reach out to me at roland@mygaragegolf.com. Please make sure to use our link if you are going to purchase one. I'm going to put it in the video description. I will put it down below, but it's not clickable, so it will be in the video description for you. And I want to be here to answer any and all questions on the Garmin R10. I'm going to take this outdoors to a driving range, test it out as well. I'm going to do a couple other videos. I'm also going to do a comparison video side by side between a $600 Garmin R10 and a $10,000 Unicore IXO. And I want to see what we're seeing at as far as the numbers there as well. So I am super pumped about this. Sorry I had to use a green screen for this video, and it's a little bit long, but I wanted to kind of show you all the indoor features that it had. And I really, really hope that you enjoyed this video. But if you have any questions or if there's things I missed, and I'm sure there's a lot I missed, there's a whole lot to go through. But I'm going to continue to make more videos on this as I continue to test it and want to share things with you at home. So if you have any questions, you know how to reach me anytime, roland@mygaragegolf.com. If you did like this video though, it'd be really helpful if you give us a big like, appreciate that. And subscribe to our channel. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. That helps us out a ton, as well as using our affiliate link. So really appreciate that. Again, until the next time we see you at home, keep on golfing. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks again.